Hello and welcome. I am Annette Reeder from the biblicalnutritionist.com, and today we're going to make the most nutritious and delicious protein bars. Protein bars are sold everywhere, your convenience stores, your grocery stores, your supplement companies, all over the internet. Yet you can't always control what they're putting into it, and you don't always know if it's a good quality protein or the other ingredients. Are they really to the level of health that you want to have as far as in your ingredients? So today I'm going to teach you how to make your own protein bars. I am so glad that you joined me. It's my honor to share with you God's recipe for excellent health. And that includes three things. One, to help you be confident in the kitchen, confident with your health, and most importantly, confident in understanding how much God loves you. He loves you with an everlasting love. Same yesterday, today, and forever. Okay, so in our protein bars, let's get started. We're going to start with some flax cereal. Now, what we're looking for in a cereal is a crunch and kind of just a good filler foundation for our bars. Here's two that you could choose from. Here's Simply Nature Pumpkin and Flaxseed. It's more of a cereal, and that's going to work. Another one is Ezekiel 4:9, the almond. So we're needing 1.5 cups of some cereal, some flax, some fiber. So I'm going to put that in our bowl. Now, if you want to follow along in the cookbook, in the Healthy Treasures cookbook, we are on page 211, and this is called the no-bake peanut butter bars. But what I'm telling you is they're going to be the best protein bars you've ever made. Okay, so we're going to start with the flax high fiber cereal. To this, I'm going to add 2/3 cup of protein. I want to definitely have a really good protein powder. So I use a protein powder from a company called Amari because it's non-GMO, it has all the boxes checked. They guarantee, now here's something you need to pay attention to. They guarantee after the product is made, that's when they test for heavy metals. Some companies will say, yeah, we tested for heavy metals on every ingredient as it comes in. Well, the heavy metals are contributed more by the processing, going through the different machines to make the powder. So you want a company to test after the product is made to make sure there's no heavy metals. So that's what they do. It's a chickpea protein, and it also has a proprietary blend for helping to heal the microbiome. So our gut can be happy, therefore our moods are much happier. It's a very good price point too. Okay, so I got 2/3 cup of protein powder. Now, just because I love it, you don't have to if you don't love it, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of dried coconut. Not the sweet, flaky coconut, just the dried coconut. Now these are, oh, and don't forget my oats. So I need 1 cup of the quick oats. You could do old fashioned, and that would be fine, but I'm looking for the quick oats. They just make it chewier. Oops. All right, so I'm just gonna blend this up really well. You could add flax seeds to this, hemp seeds, chia seeds, no limit to what you could put in your protein bars. So if you're like me and you like to hike, you like to bike, then these are going to be my staple. So we're going to set this aside, and then we have some honey. We have 3/4 cup of honey, and I'm going to melt that down, get it nice and hot, mix in some peanut butter, and add some vanilla. Now that we have our peanut butter and our honey and our vanilla melted really well, it wasn't to cook the ingredients, it was just to melt them down so we can stir them in really easily into our protein bars. Like I said, you could add any type of seed, you could add nuts, you could add any ingredient you want. I still have 2 more ingredients that I'm going to add. I'm going to be adding in just a couple sprinkles of cinnamon. I'm using the Ceylon cinnamon, which I've talked about in other videos. You might want to go back and learn about this. It's very important. So I'm going to sprinkle that in. I do like cinnamon. And then I also have some chocolate chips I'm going to put in here. The chocolate chips could have been melted into, the warm ingredients, or I could just add them as a crunch by themselves. Now I have them pretty well mixed up. I'm going to go ahead and add in some chocolate chips. You could also add in some dried fruit, such as cranberries, raisins, even some dried blueberries would be really good in this recipe. Now, pretty much what we're going to do is just pat it down into a nice, I like the square containers. You could do round as well. Just going to pat it down, and I'm going to chill it, and then it's easier to cut into bars. After I've cut it into bars, I like to then either put it in the freezer or the refrigerator in individual baggies, and then I just take out what I need for the day, for the ride, for the hike, whatever I need, and then I'm good to go. This is really good if you have kids in sports activities and they need a quick pick-me-up after school, before a game. Maybe even it could be a lunch for someone who's at work. They don't want to take time out for lunch. This has enough protein and enough fiber in it that it would be a delicious lunch. Add a nice piece of fresh fruit or a salad, and you are good to go. Now here's a second batch that I made, only I made the chocolate melt in the peanut butter. You could roll this into a ball, coat it with the coconut, and then freeze it that way. So this is another great way to make your protein bars. Make a nice ball. You could even make this into kind of a rectangular bar. Show you that. We can shape it however we want. If I were to make this more of a long bar like that, and then dip that in my coconut. I could use crushed nuts. I could use seeds, whatever I wanted to cover that. So that's another way to chill them so they're ready to go for whatever purpose, whatever adventure you have waiting. Well, our bars have chilled, so now I can cut them much easier. If you don't have this dough scraper, it is just such a great tool to have. I use it for so many things. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and chill these into individual serving bags so I can just grab them as I need to on my trip, and as I hike, bike, walk, whatever, or if I just need a quick lunch, these would suffice. Add a piece of fruit, maybe a salad, and I would be good to go. So we have these bars. We also have the ones that I rolled in coconut. And so both of these are just a great option, different ways of serving it. So there you go. Here we have our protein bars. They're just a delicious go-to. I encourage you to bike, 10 miles a day, bike 50 miles a day, whatever you can do, go do it. I hope I encourage you to hike. Go out there, be adventurous. There's a world to see, there's people to reach, and we can do that when we have the health to do that. So I hope you enjoy these bars as much as I do. I'd like to know what you add to it to make them your own. And I look forward to sharing more with you about God's recipe for excellent health. So until next time, enjoy your protein bars, and always remember, God loves you.